Alright, so we're going to give the Wacky Rig another shot. And this is my attempt at taking the information from the comments of the first Wacky Rig video and applying them to this trip. After editing this video for a little bit, I have to say, this is actually a show. You know, in the last Wacky Rig video I said that it's in the details. Everything is in the details. I definitely fail at a lot of different details to fishing this rig and trying to interpret some of the help you guys gave me on the last video. So, as I'm making mistakes, I'm gonna try and pop in and say what I think my mistake is, or what could be misinterpreted as I'm fishing. So we're headed back to the exact same spot I fished on the last video you guys seen, which is a side creek on the Yacht. There is actually 10 days in between last video and this video. I feel like that adds to the test a little bit to where you guys got to see how successful the last trip was on my Ned, and compare that to how I do with the Wacky Rig. Water's still clear. Had a bunch of rain, but it was a slow rain. Water's still crystal clear. I'm just gonna park this. The plan for today is to throw baits I don't normally throw, one of which is a WACKY RIG Senko, and you guys have given me some pretty good advice. This is not a gamakatsu like was mentioned, but these are, I can't remember what these were. It's like a crazy weedless eagle claw thing, and then somebody gave me an idea, I think it was Mark, gave me a tip with the milkshake straw instead of the O-ring, and everybody said they're on a 4-inch Senko, not a 5-inch, so here we are, and I'm actually using an actual Senko. So right off the bat, I want to say, I believe Mark had a very detailed list of what I should try, and I'm already messing this up. He said to use a milkshake straw with the 3-inch and heat shrink tubing on the 4-inch, and I am using a straw on the 4-inch. Well, Senko goes pretty far. We're just on the edge of the current over there. That thing is probably moving down through there fast as oh, a little better cast that time. We're probably gonna walk across onto that island. Snag. Look at that. Snag. Is that my second, third cast with a weedless Wacky Rig hook? Well, looks like our plan of walking across is gonna come early. You're kidding me. It has a weed garden. We're not playing this like this. We are snagged on a hubcap or something. Ouch. That's a fish. Never felt a bite. Do we even have yeah, we still have our Wacky Rig. I literally reeled in and oh, okay, he was running off with it. How did he pull drag that hard? He's not even that big. Did nothing. Throw it out there and wait. But he's not big. He's pissed. Ooh, tiny hook. But the Senko's still together. Little guy. Alright. Tried casting from that side and letting it drift down, but no. Alright, we're gonna move. That's a fish. He does not feel big. That is a fish. Alright. That's good. Not bad. Guy's a little tore up right there though. It's recent. See you, bud. Another fish. We still got him. He's either small or swimming towards us. He's small. Little guy. They really must go center mass when they go to eat. Little guy. Look at that. You're eating your offspring. Eating your brothers and sisters. We'll give it another shot, but... So this is probably why Mark said to use the heat shrink tubing on the 4-inch and the straw on the 3-inch. I have it on a 4-inch, and you gotta kind of stretch it to get the straw onto it, which could lead to you breaking or damaging the Senko and ultimately seeing what you have there after one fish falling apart again. I mean, the straw idea is supposed to keep the Senko together longer than just a regular hook on a Senko. So with me stretching that bait through the straw, and the straw being that tight, could be cutting it and just becoming a waste of time. We might need to retire this guy. I'm gonna retire it before it gets lost in the river. This scent should actually help the Senko slide through this straw also. It may have swelled with the scent. This one isn't getting the straw. So this is part of why I say that this video is a poop show. The scent did not swell the Senko. In this moment, I totally forgot that I had to stretch the Senko to get it through the straw, which ultimately wouldn't be an issue had I just used the heat shrink tubing like Mark said. Let's cast one over there. This is kind of boring, to be honest. That's a fish already. Feels tiny. Or it's swimming towards me. Oh, he turned and came off. He may not have been small. You don't have no weight on the thing. It's hard to tell you have a bite. There's a bite. Felt that. Ooh, not a small one. Not a small one. Not a small one. Stay pinned, bud. There's one fighting over it. Actually, hold on. Big one's right behind it. You're kidding me. Smaller guy got it. And the Senko's gone. Alright, there we go. Hooked in the corner. Alright, listen. We're going to do the straw technique because that is one fish and the Senko's gone. Alright, and I have some pieces of straw in here. I don't know how I did this. Yeah, see, this one's sliding on. You would think the scent would have helped this, but oh, that's how I did it. You gotta stretch both sides, and then you can get her to go on. Taking some of the salt off, but I think it's worth getting a couple more fish out of the dang thing. This is fun. This is fun. If we don't catch nothing in a few casts, we'll dip it in that scent. It's funny, put that scent on, I was getting hit immediately. We're gonna dunk this thing in. Move around a little bit. Good enough. Watch this. There's the Senko right there. Come right off. Ripped her in half. I probably have the other half still on here. Work it like a Ned. Let's work it like a Ned, see what happens. It's probably gonna fall off now when I cast it. Nope, and it casts pretty damn far. There's my makeshift Ned on a Wacky Rig hook. Oh my god. That was a fish. He took my damn Senko. Oh my god, and that one ate the frickin' hook. No, he didn't. The Senko's still on it. They were chasing after it. Alright. How come everything's sick? There's one. They like the half Senko better. At least the little guys. What the hell? You don't even need a whole Senko. This is I just stumbled across a hack. Oh my god, that was another one. Still have my Senko? I do. It skips nice. I was trying to eat right there. Oh god, this is crazy. They like the half Senko better. That was a fish, I saw it swimming off. A little bit better. Not a giant. Okay. A barely sinking half Senko is way better. At least for smaller fish. This is craziness. Oh, he got like some red fins, I think. Yeah. Stop, I don't want to lose my half Senko. Just dark orange. Looked red through the sun. Little guy. How's it going?
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
A few.
Yeah.
Just smallies.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. This is almost like fly fishing. I'm just watching my line. I can't believe this thing's holding on. That's a fish. That is not small. Big fish ate the Ned. Tighten up a little bit. Or is it just because I'm not... Oh, he's a decent fish. He's not huge. Oh, jeez. He's not a giant, but he's a good one. On that half Senko. You're caught now, bud. Ah, the Senko's gone. No, okay. It's like a circle hook. As I got 13, he felt so big. Alright. See you, bud. Proof's in the pudding. That Senko lasted a really long time and half with just that straw on it. That's pretty impressive, actually. Pretty dang impressive. Let's just stretch it out and pull it down. Right there. Trying to think where they would be. Problem's gonna be getting this down there. I'm sure you just heard me say the problem's gonna be trying to get this down there in this current. Well, there's another thing I messed up. Mark, along with Joe from Random Fishing, and I think a few other people mentioned using straight fluorocarbon to help get it to sink. And I still have my braid on, which floats. Is that a fish? That's a fish. He's on a rock and he came off. Well, just watch your line. When your line stops, you probably have a fish. That's a bite. Oh. Alright, we're starting to lose fish. We're starting to lose fish. Try to tend my line. Keep it from going too far down. Is that a bite? Nope. That's a bite. Yep. Not small. Is he on a damn rock? Ooh, this is a good fish. Granted, I have light drag. He's in something. He's out of it. It's a good fish. Oh, and he just spit it. Alright, well, we're definitely losing some fish. That was a good one, too. Dang. I should probably have a floppier rod for this. So yeah, I am using a 7'2" medium fast action rod from Cadence. It's been my go-to rod for a long time now. And the reason I'm mentioning this is because this medium, to me, isn't really a medium. I wouldn't call it a medium heavy, but it's close to a medium heavy. It's awesome rod, I love it. Super lightweight, it's a 40-ton blank. Works great for how I fish, but I don't think it's helping this Wacky Rig any. This feels like trout fishing to me. Just casting and waiting. Oh, that was a rock. Oh, that was a rock. That's a fish, and lost it. I don't know, man. We're losing a lot of fish. Those are absolutely bites. Senko's holding up. So back to the video being confusing. This Senko is lasting, which seems like forever with that straw. So I must have got it together without cutting into it with the straw or ripping it or tearing it, and I perfectly got that straw in there, and it's lasting forever now. Nice long rod, be good for this to keep your line, tend to your line. It's just like fly fishing. That's a fish. They come off. You're kidding me. I need to give them time. Need to give them time. If this was a Ned, they'd all be getting hooked. I don't know. Everything has its own technique, and to me, the Wacky Rig, you gotta wait. You gotta let them take that thing. They're hitting it down here towards the where it necks together. All right, let's keep trying. That's what's so nice about the net. You really don't need to wait to set that hook. That was a bite. Just the design of it with the weight on the end like that, they're almost always going to get the hook. Because no matter where that net's placed at, when they inhale it, the butt is going to go towards them, which is bringing the hook perfectly into their mouth. We've missed a lot of fish so far. You can feel it ticking the rocks down there. Just gotta wait. Don't do nothing this, just wait. That's a bite. Lift it up. Ooh, good fish. Big head shakes. Keep it light. Big head shakes. Big head shakes. Ooh, I think that's a giant. Let's play it easy. We're gonna play it easy. If he wants to run, we're gonna let him run. It's a good fish. It's not a giant, but he's a good fish. We want to land this guy. Nice. I would have swore he was going to be bigger than that. Oh, he's digging though. He's digging. That's a good one. That's a good one. He's a very pretty one, actually. Ah, there we go. See, that's why it tends to hook him in that little thin stuff. He's a 13. He's just he's an old 13. Look how big his eyes are. That fish is stunted. See you, bud. Nothing. That's one. He's on rocks. He come off. I'm losing a lot of fish on this. Just saying. Very expensive hook. And I understand it works good, but it's not working for me. You think this is going to be something that they're not going to miss because it's so light. Nice small hook. You think it wouldn't come off. There's no weight on it. It's either with me waiting or I don't know, something. I mean, we're losing a lot of fish. With a Senko and you're hooked right in the center of the damn thing, the chances of them getting the hook every time to me is slim unless you wait a really long time. So before we get too far into this, you can hear me start to be negative about this and how I'm losing a lot of fish and this isn't working for me and blah blah blah, and it's making it sound like I'm making this like a Ned versus Wacky Rig thing, and I'm really not. I'm a big Ned guy, works great for me, magnificent in my eyes, right? But I am actually making, I think, a very big mistake with this rig. Some of you may have caught it by now. I didn't even think about it at all, and actually not until the very end of this video I run into my buddy George, and he tells me what he thinks the problem is, and I guarantee you he is absolutely correct in what I'm doing wrong here. See, what we got to keep in mind here is this is a proven technique that I'm trying to use. So I know this works. So what this is really showing me is how different of a technique throwing a weightless wacky is compared to how I fish my swim baits or my Neds or my bottom fishing techniques that I'm using. Yeah, I caught a few. Good. Nothing crazy. It's been fun though.
It's a nice day to be out here, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's beautiful.
Not many of these left, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you can already tell fall's coming, you know.
You can feel it.
Yep. So let that out there. That's a fish. And it just come off. Sweeping hook set. You're kidding me. This hook is losing me a lot of fish. That was a perfect hook set.
Catch anything?
Yeah, I caught a few.
Nice.
Nothing crazy.
Better than nothing.
Absolutely. Have a good one. Still coming off. You're gonna be kidding me. Oh, and there goes the Senko. A little bit of a technique to it, but it does work. It definitely works, especially the straw. The big or small? Come off. Dude, this thing doesn't hook anything. Oh my God. No way they're not getting hooked. I don't understand. I mean, it's one thing if I'm hook setting and it's like tearing the Senko or you know, I hook set, I feel nothing, or while I'm sweeping, the fish comes off, that I get. We are losing these fish mid-fight sometimes, and just a few seconds after hooking them. It's kind of ridiculous. I don't know, could be the rod, could be my hook set timing, but my timing of a hook set is worked with other baits. So my thing is, why would I throw this Senko wacky rig when I could put any finesse bait on my Ned hook and not lose any fish? Why would I continue to throw this and lose fish? I mean, hell, we're losing some fish underwater even. Felt like that's a fish. You gonna come off too, bud? You're a little one. And he's off. See? This it's almost like a joke. This is not worth throwing. There are finesse baits that you don't lose fish on, like my net. That's why I use it. I mean, they're on. It's not like as if I'm not getting them. I'm getting them. I mean, my other theory is when you get to late summer, almost all these fish have been hooked at some point. They all have holes and gashes in their mouth, and it's so easy for them to just turn and it comes out. Like that barb does nothing to them because you're in a hole. I mean, there's no doubt that the Senko gets eaten. Gotta be tiny and he's probably gonna come off. You gonna come off? You gonna come off? No, because you're hooked perfectly on top of the roof of the mouth. See you, bud. It's terribly unproductive when you lose everything. I'm so used to just feeling a bite and then hook setting. Like, apparently you gotta wait. Like, I don't know. It's like live bait. Just let them eat it. Let them swallow it. That's a fish. Rubbing on rocks. Gliding. Is he not big? Or is he? Ooh. Well, they're just pissed. Not big, but he's a good one. He's a decent one. I mean, the Senko works. Like that guy, he wasn't coming off. He was hooked in a way he wasn't coming off. See you, bud. And yeah, maybe they'll make, that's a fish, off. I mean, I just had a day here when I didn't throw this, and I landed a lot of fish. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Give us one more. Let's just see what happens. Ooh, ooh, big head shakes. And it came off. Dude, this is what I'm saying. Unbelievable, dude. I'm done with this. I'm done with this. We're just losing fish left and right on that hook. I'm done losing fish. I'm going home. Honestly, the hook I made with the weight in it was doing better than these. I don't know. What's that?
What's up, dude?
What's up?
Turn around, folks. We beat them all up. Let's make up.
Dude, I lost a whole lot of fish.
Oh, really?
Like, I was trying to wacky rig for like the second time ever, right?
Yeah.
They're killing it, but I'm losing almost every single one.
So shortly after seeing George, talked to him a little bit, I ended up rigging one of these exact Senkos up and handed it to him and said, listen, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Throw this for me when you go down to fish and let me know what happens because I keep losing a bunch of fish. And, you know, he said okay, and then he went, took it, and he had similar results. It seemed like he was losing some fish also. But the bottom line is, what he told me makes so much sense, it's unbelievable. And I can't believe I didn't pay attention to this or didn't think about this. What I was doing is what you see right here. No. You guys are focusing on this and can quite see this exactly. I was hooking this straight through the center of that wacky rig. And what that's doing is that's crowding the barb. And you know, this is a small hook as it is, and I'm sure that thing is, when I'm casting it, it's sitting right about there. And it is so close to stopping that from penetrating to the barb. So what I should have probably been doing, well, first of all, we know I should have had heat shrink tubing. If I was to continue to use this straw, what I should have done, and it should help, is hook through the straw just barely
just barely, so that is just on there, just like that. And then I'm having more room for the hook to penetrate the fish's mouth. I would bet money that would have helped me that day on top of many other things, like having a lighter rod, having straight fluorocarbon line, having heat shrink tubing instead of the straw and the 4-inch Senkos. The list goes on. I messed up a lot of stuff with this. But the thing to remember here, and the future video, I'm sure I will go over this. My point is, I'm not saying a finesse bait is a finesse bait, but I'm kind of saying a finesse bait is a finesse bait. You know, sometimes they might like a tube, sometimes they might like the Senko, sometimes they might like a paddle tail better. But all three of those baits in this situation are going to catch roughly the same amount of fish if you're putting it in the right spot and working it correctly. So my point is, this is why I'm failing, is because to throw this wacky rig properly, I am having to change so many things. And I'm just sitting here thinking, like, there has to be an easier way for me, right? Now, I'm not saying that this is hard. I am saying that compared to how I throw and how my rig is, the way I'm using this wacky rig is not working for me. But I think I have a solution, and oddly enough, I think the next video will be showing that. So anyways, thanks for watching. Hopefully you learned some stuff just like I have. I'd appreciate it if you left me a like or a comment. And if you want to see more like this, hit subscribe. Thanks for watching. Don't forget I have a Shopify store where I sell baits. Check it out. I'll see you next time.